All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this episode of the show. Welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from the favorite sports fam. Shout out to y'all. Feel free to hit the like button as long as the subscribe button as well, and the share button for this one, man. The Saints made some moves at the trade deadline, man. They offload 2 players. We're going to talk about it, man, for the Saints as they kind of tool up for this draft in 2026. We'll give you the lowdown. The Saints open up this process, man. We knew for a while that Rashid Shaheed was on the list. A bunch of other players, but ultimately 2 players got traded for the Saints. New Orleans Saints trade wide receiver return specialist Rashid Shaheed to the Seattle Seahawks for a 4th and 5th round pick in 2026. So Rashid Shaheed is gone, man. He's headed to the Seahawks, and it is simply what it is. So Saints obviously weren't going to re-sign Rashid Shaheed, and they seen the better value as opposed to just letting him walk in the free agency period. And ultimately, they will ship him to Seattle, which he'll have a lot better opportunity to be successful more in the here and now based on the moves the Saints are making, trying to build through the draft. So he was originally signed as an undrafted rookie out of Weber State back in 2022. He appeared in 42 games with 28 starts on offense, recorded 138 catches for over 2,000 yards. He averaged 15 yards a catch, had 12 touchdowns, had about 19 carries for 128 yards with a 44-yard touchdown. In a return game in 2023, he was first-team All-Pro returner and a Pro Bowl start at the return specialist position. 64 punts for over 800 yards with over 12.5-yard average with 2 touchdowns brought back, and 39 kickoffs for 904 yards. So in 2025, opened all 9 contests for the Black and Gold, caught 44 passes for almost 500 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Rashid Shaheed, man, is gone. He is now with the Seattle Seahawks. And the Saints, like I said, they get a 4th and 5th round pick for 2026's draft. So the Saints tooling up. Also, one that just cleared the deadline. The Saints traded offensive lineman Trevor Penning. Was hoping, one of these guys. They knew Trevor Penning. Neither one of these Saints guys, they were coming back. Neither Rashid Shaheed or Trevor Penning was in his final year of his contract. The Saints pack and ship him to the Chargers. So both of these players going to the West Coast with opportunities to develop in better situations. So, and this was announced by the Saints, and Micheloma's Trevor Penning is going to the Chargers in exchange for a 2027 draft pick. So Penning 6'7", 325, originally a first-round pick. He was a bust for us by all intents and purposes. 19th overall in 2022. Out of University of Northern Iowa, he played in 46 games, 29 starts, multiple positions. After 17 games at the tackle position, right tackle, he then opened the last 6 contests at the guard position in 2025. So Trevor Penning is also gone. Like you said right here, officially, it is a 2027 draft pick. So that could be probably more than likely a 7th round pick. We'll see what it is. But that is what the Saints are reporting. I've seen other reports where the Saints, they have something else going on, but this is straight up from the horse's mouth for a 2027 draft pick for Trevor Penning. So they got something for him. It's probably the day 3 pick for a day 3 selection for Penning. Anywhere probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's anywhere between a 5th to 7th round selection. But regardless or not, you got something for him, right? And also, just to let you guys know about the capital that the Saints, draft capital Saints not have for the 2026 draft as provided by Saints Wire. You see the Saints first round pick, second round and third round picks are all their own originally picks. They acquire the 4th round pick from Seattle for Rashid Shaheed. Then they have their own 5th and then an additional 5th round pick from Seattle plus their own 6th round pick. They don't have a 7th round pick because that was the pick they used to get Divine Gacho from the New England Patriots. But as it stands, the Saints now have 7 picks in the draft. I remember this year, they had 9 picks. For the upcoming year, they now stand at 7 picks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be interesting going forward with how the Saints then use these picks to fill multiple positions for the team. And of course, Rashid Shaheed, the return specialist, he's gone to Seattle, and the Trevor Penning. So those are both two offensive starters for the Saints immediately gone out of the rotation, which would automatically be filled by, and this was potentially what you're going to be looking like for this upcoming week's matchup here as the Saints depth chart. You can take a look at it. You can see Chris Olave, Brandon Cooks, and Devon Valley gets inside the top three. We'll see more of Mason Tipton as well. But Chris Olave, Brandon Cooks, and Devon Valley are the top three. Then you see along the offensive line, Kelvin Banks Jr., Torricelli Simpkins will have an opportunity to step in a role here. Luke Fortner, Cesar Ruiz, and Tali Fuaga. Y'all guys all probably already heard about Tali Fuaga. What he's dealing with injuries. He had a high ankle sprain, just to kind of touch on that. That was on the Monday broadcast that Kellen Moore gave an update on Tali Fuaga high ankle sprain. So he probably won't be available, more than likely not against the Carolina Panthers. Might not see Tali for the next couple of games if we're lucky. Most certainly not against Carolina. So that's just a little something to kind of touch on right there. So the offense kind of getting another look here with our speeds. They're gone. Devon Valley's in the lineup. Torricelli Simpkins will get an opportunity to play next to Kelvin Banks Jr. right there. And the Saints just keep it moving as we tool up, man. Sitting up here at 1-8. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys for this episode of the Coma, the TSC report. Just to touch on this Saints trade deadline special. We're on Patreon, so we'll be doing the Patreon, the film work. We'll be discussing this and then some. So y'all be looking out for Patreon and our YouTube membership family, man. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all for the ongoing support. Also, y'all guys, so my Pelican people, feel free to check out the Pelican post-game report live scoreboard. That'll be going up tonight. PPR recap finals, the PPR final or the PPR final recap after the game for the Pels are taking on the Hornets tonight in the Smoothie King Center. So anyway, with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all. If y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, do me a service for a lot of people that listen to the Coma. Please make sure your subscribe buttons are mashed in. A lot of people listen to the Coma. Their subscribe buttons are not mashed. A lot of people don't more than likely probably realize it. But please check your subscribe button. And if it's not hit the subscribe button and fully subscribe to the Coma. We appreciate you. With that being said, I'm holler at you guys on tomorrow. Much love, peace. And
Who that